Have you ever been told to live below your means? Well, it's one of the most popular pieces of financial advice out there, especially from people like Dave Ramsey. The idea is very simple. Spend less than you earn, and then you'll avoid financial trouble. But let me ask you this question. Does anybody really enjoy living below their means? Think about it. Does driving an old beat up car or skipping out on going on family vacations really make you feel like you're financially winning? Probably not. And here's the truth. It's not how the wealthy people out there achieve financial freedom. Living below your means might help you save a little bit of money, but guess what it does? It keeps you focused on cutting back rather than growing your income and building wealth. And in this video, I'm going to show you why living below your means is the slow lane to financial freedom and how you can actually shift gears to accelerate your journey. This one strategy has helped me get to the point where work is optional, and it can do the same for you. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Jeff Anzalone, simply a dentist on a mission to help you, like a doctor or another dentist, escape the rat race and build financial freedom. Before we dive in, do me a favor, grab my free passive income training. Link is below this video. Let's get started. So let's talk about the main problem with living below your means, okay? So for years, we've been taught that the key to financial success is to live below our means. The idea is simple. Cut back, save more, and avoid spending money on things that you really don't need. While this advice might help you avoid debt, it's not gonna make you rich. And here's why. Living below your means puts you in a mindset of limitation. Living below your means puts you in a mindset of limitation or lack. You're always focused on cutting back, on what you can't do or what you have to give up. That's a strategy. Think about it. That strategy is to survive, not thrive. If all you're doing is cutting costs, how are you ever going to get ahead? Sure, you might save a few extra dollars early on, especially when you're getting going. You know, when I did that when I got out of school. But once you ramp it up and get going, if that's all you're focused on is cutting costs, you're never going to grow your wealth. Do you really think that wealthy people get rich by skipping out, going to Starbucks, not getting the latte, or wearing secondhand clothes? No, they focus on increasing their income and buying assets that grow in value. A concept that I personally never learned in college or I never learned in dental school, and one that you probably weren't taught as well. Now let's talk about living below your means versus something else, a better strategy. We're going to talk about the complete opposite is expanding your means, not living below your means. So instead of focus on cutting back, think about how you can grow your income. This means starting to, whenever you're around, looking for opportunities to create multiple income streams that work for you instead of the other way around, you trading time for money. Wealthy people invest in assets like real estate or other businesses that generate cash flow. Now, over time, these things start to grow in value and produce income, making it possible to afford their lifestyle without having to constantly worry about money. Here's a personal example. Instead of cutting expenses to pay our home mortgage, I've found an asset, specifically a mobile home park in Louisiana, to cover it. It covers our mortgage and then some every month. This park generates enough monthly cash flow to pay for our mortgage, plus additional income if I wanted to add extra to it or something else. By investing in an income producing asset, I let the tenants in the mobile home park handle one of our largest expenses, our home mortgage. The best part, not only does the mobile home park eventually going to pay off the mortgage, guess what? It's also an asset that will continue to grow in value even after the home is paid and continue the income flow. This approach, if you have your assets pay for your liabilities, which again is not something that you're going to be taught in school. If you have your assets pay for your liabilities, this is one of the main keys to financial freedom. And it was actually the turning point in my career that actually gave me hope that I wasn't going to have to work until 70 or older like all the other dentists that I know. It's not about working harder or just endlessly cutting back. It's about working smarter by using your money to generate more money for you and then some. Once you make this mindset shift, you're going to realize that it's possible to enjoy your lifestyle now and grow your wealth at the same time, not always thinking about cutting back. Now, you might be wondering, well, how do I start expanding my means? It's really easier than you think when you break it down into these 3 manageable steps. All right. So here's the 3 steps. I want you to identify your smallest liability. Take a look at your monthly expenses. Maybe yours is a car payment or something else that you're paying for. Whatever it is, look at that smallest liability. Next, I want you to make it your goal to find an asset that can cover the payment. So for instance, let's say your car payment's $400. Well, I want you to go out. So instead of you having to trade time for money and pay that $400 every month, which you're actually going to have to make a lot more to cover the $400 because of taxes, but that's for a different video. So I want you to make it a goal to find an asset to cover that payment. Number 2, I want you to choose an income producing asset. Look into investments or look around in investments that generate cash flow. For me personally, and I've got plenty of videos on this, RV parks, mobile home parks, they've been a game changer. The cash flow is just unbelievable that you can get from these. All of them, can you get from all of them? No. But you can get from, if you have the right operator, you find the right person that knows what they're doing. But there's other options like rental properties. If you want to go out and buy a single family home, real estate syndications, or even dividend paying stocks. It doesn't matter. Just find something that fits your goals, what you're comfortable with, your comfort level. And the third thing is once you find that, I want you to start to reinvest in it and whatever it is you're comfortable with that's working for you, and repeat. Once your first asset starts covering that liability that we ID'd in step number 1, then I want you to use the income to start to fund your next investment. This creates a snowball effect where your money grows faster over time. Is this going to happen overnight? Absolutely not. But if you start now, there's never a better time to start, right? If not, you're going to continue trading time for money your whole career. Once you start building momentum. And once you build momentum, things start to open up. You start to look at things differently. That's what happened to me and the people that I coach. Now, by following these 3 steps, again, you're going to be well on your way to building a system where your assets are going to cover your lifestyle, which gives you the freedom to work your regular job because you want to, not because you have to. Now, I hope now that you understand that living below your means your entire career, I get it. It might help you save some money up front, but it's not really going to get you to the point where you lead a life of true financial freedom. To build wealth and make work optional, you need to remember, shift your mindset to focus on assets that pay for your liabilities, not you paying for your liabilities. Now, if you want to learn more about my favorite asset of real estate syndications, check out this video.